Hi, on today's video I'm not going to give you an update on any of the animals that we currently have at the hospital. They're doing fine, but I will be telling you more about them tomorrow. On today's video I'm going to give you an answer to a very common and recurrent question that I get practically every day. Now, it usually goes like this. I receive an email and says, "Dear Victor, how can I help you? How can I donate to your wonderful organization?" Now, this wonderful organization bit, I'm not making it up. It usually comes in the emails. Now, let me explain you something, the rationale behind what we do. When we started rescuing about 15 years ago, we started as a very small organization. Actually, we weren't even an organization at all. It was just me rescuing animals, paying for everything out of pocket. Then we started growing. Then we registered as an organization, and little by little, we've been, building a network of friends and followers and fans and people that want to get involved and donate and help us achieving everything we do. But for the longest time, we didn't have a website. We were too busy rescuing. We were raising funds on the animals that we were saving, and from there we were paying all the vet bills, and it was okay. Now, about 3 months ago, when this pandemic started, global crisis starts, then we're forced to change everything. Suddenly, the vast majority of our donors disappear. Suddenly, there is so much uncertainty. We don't know what's going to happen. Suddenly, we can't go to the hospital. We can't make updates on the animals that we have saved. We can't leave our homes. We're blocked. We can get out to the streets and save other animals. We cannot travel outside the country to bring animals home. We cannot even go to other cities in Spain to deliver animals to their families. So we're forced to change the way we work. Now, one of the things that needed change was the fact that after all these years, this organization didn't have a website. So let's start by this. For the longest time, we have been, as I said, we have been rescuing animals and we have been raising funds on each animal that we saved. But now, because of the new circumstances, we find ourselves limited in the scope of what we can do. But we have massive expenses that need to be cared for. We have animals at the hospital. Our vet bills continue being there, and believe me, they are a pressing necessity. We also have 2 rescue centers, and we have 2 rescue centers, the White House and the Pink House, with animals that are there either because they have chronic diseases or because for whatever circumstance, they haven't found a home yet. Now, don't tell me why. Don't tell me why an animal like Adrian hasn't found a home yet, or don't tell me how Dorian took 3-4 years to find the perfect family. But the fact is that these animals are there and we're taking care of them, and we have an infrastructure, and we have to do things the best way we can. Now, in order to meet these necessities, I felt that we needed a website, urgent, and a website where information will be clear, where people will be able to donate immediately and super easy, and a website that will be modeled on what other big organizations like RSPCA, like Humane Society, like what Soy Dog have been doing. Now, these are great organizations that have managed to grow and to go to the stage of from being a small organization to being a medium one, or being a big, massive one. And one of the things that I noticed is that all of these organizations have been focusing on building a network of recurrent donors. Now, because we all have this constant requirement for funds, for vet bills, for taking care of the houses, for taking care of our animals, we cannot be relying on one-off donations. Now, they are very important, and every time that we rescue a new animal, there's usually a flurry of one-off donations. But it's super important that we are able to keep the organization afloat constantly without having to depend on flurries of one-off donations. So I noticed that these organizations, they all had put an emphasis on recurrent donations. So when we created our donation system, which is super clear, and actually go to the page and you will see it is beautifully done, there is a choice. You can choose to be a recurrent donor, or you can choose to be a one-off donor. Now, the default mode is set on recurrent. And this is not something that I've chosen. This is something that every other organization has done. When you go to SoyDog, it brings you to a page, and the default mode is recurrent donor. When you go to RSPCA, the same thing. When you go to Humane Society, the same thing. The logic is, if you donate to our organization, please stay with us. Please stay with us for the long run and help us achieve something. Help us build something instead of just helping us stay like this with the nose above water. So I set up this page. Is beautifully designed, it's clear, it's super transparent. And I think, there is room for improvement, obviously. But when you go to the page, you go to the main page, you see donate, there is buttons everywhere. And you can also see those buttons under each individual case. For example, when we rescued Sweetie the other day, on his page, there is a donate button. You can go there and you can donate to him. And it gives you the choice. You can choose to be a recurrent donor, or you can choose to be a one-off donor. The default mode is set on recurrent because we need you. Because we need you not only once, we need you always. And you have a lot of choices. You can donate through your card, through PayPal, you can choose the amount, but the default is recurrent. If you want to change that, it's super simple. You just have to click on one-off. It really is so simple. It's so clear, but so many people don't read. And this is a problem that not only us have. It's all over on the web. People don't read. When you go to a newspaper, when you go to an online magazine, people only read the headlines. They barely ever read the detail. So, through this video, I'm just explaining. We need your help to continue rescuing. We need your help on a continuous basis, if possible. If you want to donate as a one-off to any of our animals, you're of course welcome. And I'm so grateful. And really, from the bottom of my heart, this animal will survive and will thrive because of you. But if you want to help this organization, we need you to become a recurrent donor. Now, super simple, just go there. The default mode is already on recurrent. So when you donate, it will be a monthly charge. Please don't overstretch yourself. Don't choose just choose whatever amount you can. But know that this recurrent donation is what is going to keep this organization alive. Now, sometimes every million comments, there is always someone that says, "Oh, Victor, but why are you begging for money?" Because begging for money is an essential part of the life of every organization that doesn't have its own funds. We are not a business. We cannot make money out of, we don't sell anything. We don't have a business model based on entrepreneurship. We depend on donations. So begging for money, if you want to put it like this, is what I do. And I don't like it, really. I have so many better things to do, but this begging for money is something that keeps us alive. It's something that keeps our rescue centers alive. Is something that enables us to operate, something that enables us to take our animals home. And it's an essential part of my job, of what I do. So if you want to put it that way, why are you begging for money? It's because it's my job. And it's because everything that you see here happens because I'm constantly asking for help. It's not fun, but it's what keeps us going. Now, right now, we have animals at the hospital. As always, we have a rescue in Seattle that was just operated yesterday. I'll give you an update on Sweetie tomorrow. We have many people writing to us asking to adopt one of our animals. Star has also brought a lot of attention, so people want to adopt him. But we are in a very difficult situation because we cannot send animals home. We have some animals waiting to go to the States. Right now, with the pandemic raging, we are just simply not allowed. There are no flights between Spain and the US at the moment. It's very tricky. We cannot go to the UK as well. At the moment, we have to wait. So we're in a wait and see situation. All of this while the organization continues saving lives, and all of this while our requirements for funds continue. So I'm making this video to ask you to please help us. Go to our website, click on donate. It's super simple. The default mode is recurrent. If you cannot do it recurrent, just click on one-off, but I would really appreciate if you sign on for the long run. Of course, you can also help me through joining my community on Patreon. These are very loyal friends that have been with me for quite a while now. But honestly, you want to help us, go to our website, click on donate, make it recurrent, and help us continue saving lives. Thanks a lot. Sorry about this, but I just had to explain. Please read. If it says recurrent, just make it recurrent. If you want to do one-off, just click on one-off. Okay? All right. Lots of love, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.